Okay, welcome back to the Golden Tee Lounge, the kegerator list Golden Tee Lounge still. I'm working on that. I'm trying to find a way that I can expense that without getting fired, so stay tuned there. This is our fourth episode. We're doing a 6-hole preview today of Sandy Reef, which you're looking at right now. I want to point out that there's a lot of TV shows that have never made it 4 episodes, and so in that regard, I feel like this is already a win. Before we start, we are going to customize our golfer's look. Some of you didn't like the last outfit that I put out there. So, you know what? Let's go all-American on you. Look at that shirt. Look at my guy. He's been working out a little bit, huh? And how do we want it? Oh, yeah. This is a classy man. Shoes. Yeah, I like the look at that. And what about that hat? Should we stay American? Why are you wearing, that hat here when it's probably 1,000 degrees out? I don't know. But my guy looks pretty awesome. So, yes, this is Sandy Reef, as I mentioned. And the thing you need to know about this course right off the bat, it is literally the flattest flattest horse. Yeah, that sounds odd. The flattest course in Golden Tee history. That is something that Jim Zielinski, our course designer, has told me a handful of times. And it is something that, quite honestly, made the design of this course difficult. The elevation is an obstacle. It's variety. But because this is in the Maldives, the flattest area, I think, in the world, Google that. I could be wrong. But it's certainly one of the flattest areas in the world. They've had to be creative in the way they design. And I am a DNF champion. So yes, flattest course you're seeing right now. There's no elevation. It's drastically different from some of the other courses where there's a lot of elevation. Here with this par 3, you can be pretty aggressive, and I'm going to try to be not overly aggressive because I don't want, and I'm just going to push the ball right apparently. You can run into trouble here, and that's pretty much the theme on every shot, is that water almost all the time is in play. And because you're playing in the Maldives and because the water looks amazing, it's going to be fun to look at until you're in it, and then you'll probably curse at it. Love, love, love this design. It's the first par 5. Again, no elevation. Why? Flyby has just decided to go out to sea, apparently. Oh, there's the hole. Because the flyby is not necessarily cooperating, let's take a look around. For one, let's talk about the water and how amazing this looks. Huh? Look at that. Sorry if you're seasick. Again, I'm working on this. Beautiful, beautiful design. Love this green. As you can see, you'll be able to bounce up through the sand. Real quick, I just want to ask this. Has anyone ever actually stayed in one of these, like the magazine shots, where you can see underneath, like there's water? A, it doesn't look like there's internet there, and that sounds terrible. And B, I don't think you have a TV either. So if you have stayed in one with internet and TV, let me know. And maybe that sounds good. So you can go a few different directions here. You can land kind of in the fairway here, depending on the tee box. What I actually kind of like to do is to play this a little bit more traditionally and try and sort of power through it, get up as close as I can to the fairway and the water without going in it. You can't do this on every round. You won't be able to do it, but you will have some decent shots here. It's a long shot, but a decent one. So let's try not to give a ball to the ocean yet. And I'd love to hit the fringe here. I'd love to hit the fringe again. That is lovely. Thank you here, Golden Tee Gods. And we have ourselves an eagle. And you can see the mesh on my shorts there. So that's a good start. Okay, halfway home, get to I would call it a more traditional par 4. We'll do the flyby, which seems to have gotten its groove back, and now a little bit of a blimp view. What I love about this this hole, and I guess this course, is kind of the subtleties. This front ridge here really does impact your shot a lot. If you have a pin that's very close and up front, I have a really good pin here, even though it's kind of narrow there. If you have a pin in one of those nooks, hitting the right rough can be critically important. This is just a really well-designed hole. This is a little bit of a longer shot, so what I'm going to try and do is hit a 3-wood, land it just a tad bit short, and have it turn in. Now that's not going to land short, but that should be pretty okay. Yeah, that's a good shot. Not terrible. Again, I like this pin, even though it's the thinnest part of the green. It gives you the opportunity to kind of mess around. Okay, 4 holes in. Again, another par 3 where you have an opportunity here. I'll say this as kind of a tease. The closing holes on this, the difficulty escalates a lot. The hole 18 is fantastic. You're going to love it. You're going to curse at it. You're going to curse at me. It's a great, great stretch. You have an opportunity, I think, here early on to pick up some strokes. Oh, that wasn't bad. A little roll would have been good. So take advantage of it. Try and stay out of the water because, again, it is in play on pretty much every shot. But you have an advantage, early on, grab those strokes while you can because it doesn't get any easier. Maybe my favorite designed hole this year, not necessarily in terms of strategy, I think it's pretty much straightforward, but in terms of just overall optics, this thing is fun to look at, and I'll show you why. Look at how fantastic this fairway is, and look at that. That is fantastic. At times, I'll show you this thin part of the fairway that is thin for a reason. You're going to have to land it there at times where you can't overpower everything. And then the shape of the green is obviously awesome. And this is just a beautiful, beautiful hole. For this, I have a really favorable tee box. I'm up front. So what I can actually do here is use a high tee and kind of blast to, yeah, that's right. That's real force right there. Kind of blast to this area. I have a pretty good wind. What I will tell you about this shot, and I will show it to you in a flyby, there is no bouncing up on here. It will be very rare. If you are short of the green, you are going to go in the water. Something to keep in mind. Oh, what do I want to do here? I'm going to do a 5-wood with bite and hopefully not be short. If I am, it'll be a good lesson. And good lesson. And it stayed up, so I'm a complete liar as well. Most of the time, this will not happen. This is a first for me. So every little bit of information I just gave you is factually incorrect. Not to mention I hit a really bad shot. So don't listen to anything I just said other than the fact that this is a really beautiful hole. That would have been great. That would have sort of redeemed myself. The fact that it didn't go in, well, that's a problem. Okay, but in any event, -8 through 6, not terrible, other than the commentary I gave you on that last hole. And as we've done in the past few, a quick look at hole 7. Awesome, awesome hole. There's been some tweaks and adjustments to the distances here. You guys are going to have a lot of fun with this. Spoiler alert, play that 8-wood. I'm just saying. Okay, that's our 6-hole preview for Sandy. We've got one more course to go, and then we're going to be breaking down, I think, some of the hardest holes in the game, which I'm really looking forward to. So stay tuned for that and also some of the live stream stuff. Adam Kramer signing off from the Golden Tee Lounge. See you next time.